Well then, a warm welcome to SuperScreen's Midday News, broadcasting to you live from Lagos. I am Adenike Owoye Ajiboye. The Senate has begun an investigation into the alleged plot by some members to sack Senator Bukola Saraki as president of the Senate. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) lawmaker, Senator Obinna Ogba, representing Ebonyi Central, who raised the alarm through a point of order at the plenary, alleged that the senators were also mobilizing civil society organizations and trade groups to protest against Saraki's leadership. Ogba urged aggrieved senators to present their grievances on the floor of the Senate rather than going outside the chamber and starting mobilization of civil organizations and market women to hold demonstrations against the leadership of the Senate. And now, Senator representing Kogi West, Dino Malai, says the Senate is poised to veto the decision of President Muhammadu Buhari to decline assent to the Peace Corps bill. Malai, who disclosed these during Wednesday's plenary session, said the employment potentials of the Peace Corps of Nigeria is what prompted his passionate approach on the matter. Malai also said in the face of the staggering levels of youth unemployment, the APC-led government has failed to have any meaningful youth-friendly program yet towards youth empowerment. You will recall that since President Muhammadu Buhari declined assent to the bill, there has been strong indication of the Senate overriding the decision, and Dino Malai's motion seems to have given further credence to such.
Mr. President, $5.5 billion was borrowed from Eurobond. Not part of it will the youth of this country benefit from. $1 billion is to be spent now on security. How does that affect the youth of this country? The Senate will revisit this matter. We may need to write Mr. President to review his position. If not, we have the power on behalf of the Nigerian youth. We have the power on behalf of those who have voted us to veto Mr. President so that the people will become the ultimate beneficiary of this. The youth of this country must be given priority. They must be respected.
Well, Senator Dino Malai speaking there. And now moving on, the House of Representatives has asked President Muhammadu Buhari to direct security agencies to immediately begin the enforcement of the open grazing prohibition law in Benue State to halt the killings by herdsmen. The House passed the resolution in Abuja as lawmakers again condemned the latest attacks on villagers in the Okpoko local government area of the state, where 26 more lives were lost. The session, which was presided over by the Speaker Yakubu Dogara, said that the government must recognize the fact that as a state, Benue is covered by the 1999 Constitution as amended to make laws for the good governance of its existence. Dogara said there were no alternatives to enforcing the law duly passed by a state assembly and called on the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, and heads of other security agencies to implement the anti-grazing bill. The House of Representatives has resolved to investigate allegations of underage voters in the issuance of permanent voters' cards by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. This is sequel to a motion moved by Honorable Jumbo Shekarau, who expressed concerns about reports from the media which indicated that there were indices of underage voters in the recently conducted local government elections in Kano State.
The House of Representatives says it will investigate allegations of underage voting in Kano State in the recently conducted local government elections. These developments followed a motion moved by a member of the House, John Bull Shekarau, who drew attention to recent pictures in the media showing cases of underage voting. Shekarau alleged the underage voters were registered because the lives of the registration officers were threatened, adding that The incident created a huge embarrassment to the nation.
The reports from SuperScreen and electronic media which indicate that there are incidents of underage voters who presented themselves at polling units with permanent voters' card to vote in the recently conducted local government elections in Kano and indeed, Mr. Speaker, in most states of this country. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, consider of the incidents, if left unchecked, will have adverse effect on the peaceful conduct, credibility of future elections, and legitimacy of elected leaders. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, this has called to law that we mandate the Committee on Electoral and Political Matters to investigate the incident of registration and issuance of permanent voters' cards to underage voters by INEC across the country and report back within 5 weeks.
Reacting on the motion, Uzoma Ikem Abonta stressed the need to conduct an investigation into the matter and asked the House to make a formal request of the voters registered in the state.
Our problem in this country is closing over very serious and important issues. These issues go beyond credibility and legitimacy of the election that have been conducted and that will also be conducted. It also touches on the security of lives and property of citizens of this country. As we've been informed, we are aware what happened in Kano in 2015 during the 2015 election, where the resident electoral commissioner and his entire family were burnt down. And I don't have any information about investigation and report on that incident.
No one is sure whether the allegation is true or not. Yes, because I know quite well that no sane INEC officers will sit to register any underage person. So I will support the motion since it is investigative that they should go ahead and investigate.
However, the House mandated its Committee on Electoral and Political Party Matters to investigate the incidents and report back within 5 weeks for further legislative actions.
President Muhammadu Buhari's re-election bid has been greeted with mixed reactions. A cross-section of Nigerians who spoke to SuperScreen frowned at the president's re-election bid, advising him not to recontest in 2019.
As the general elections draws nearer, politicians have been gearing up and making their intentions known on their next political ambitions. While there are informations that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar will be vying for Nigeria's president, Kwakwanso is also reported as making moves to vie for Nigerian president, but the most shocking to Nigerians is the re-election bid of President Muhammadu Buhari.
The president is free to recontest, but I for one does not believe he deserves to be re-elected. Based on appointments, based on the people he's working with, oh Lord, look at, he campaigned on three cardinal promises: security, economy, and corruption. And on these three scorecards, he didn't score an A on any of them. Insecurity killings are happening everywhere. Anti-corruption, it's, for God's sake, it's just a lot of drama going on there. And economy, we see what we're all experiencing.
The whole of this country voted for President Buhari because they felt the time of change has come, hope has finally come to Nigeria. But for some reason that we don't know, that has not been explained to us, they've not been able to perform in some very, very important areas.
So, sir, if President Muhammad is contesting in 2019, are you going to vote for him?
Well, I can't say I will vote for him, and I cannot say I will not vote for him. If I am not going to vote for the sitting president to come back again in 2019, what will be my reasons? And my reasons will be, and why should I vote for a government that has not done well in areas that has affected me?
He doesn't deserve to be president of Nigeria. Why? Because when he was elected, he promised us free breakfast for children in government school. We didn't get that. He promised us a lot of things, but he failed with his promise.
In his manifesto before he was elected as the president of Nigeria in 2015, he said that he's going to do this, do that as per the political party which he came under them. But fortunately, the first term of his tenure, he couldn't achieve anything. Maybe it's the people behind him, or his cabinet, or his member of the house, they couldn't help him, or he's not capable of it particularly. We don't know. But probably the second time, we don't know, since the first time doesn't have an edge. Second time, we don't know what could happen in the second. Maybe the country might be worse than this first time.
I don't want him to go again because he's old.
Who then should be the right person to pilot the affairs of Nigeria in 2019?
A young and responsible person, not only a young but responsible, and someone that can take care of Nigeria.
I'm happy that young, vibrant Nigerians are now coming out to say, I want to vie for presidency. That's good. That's a good sign that Nigeria is beginning to go in the right direction.
We have good people that can run this country, in this country. There are many of them. We don't have to rely on the old brigade.
I think I vote for him because there is no other option as a presidential candidate.
The perception of non-Africans is that African leaders are power drunk. They hold on to power until pressure is mounted on them. They do not vacate the seats of power. Though in Nigeria, the situation has been fair. After all, former President Goodluck Jonathan relinquished power voluntarily, just as his predecessor. It remains to be seen whether President Buhari will succeed with his second-term ambition.
The Pan-Yoruba Social Political Organization, Afenifere, has called on the Ondo State Governor, Rotimi Akeredolu, to find a lasting solution to the incessant attacks on farmers by Fulani herdsmen in the state. The association also urged the governor to emulate the Ekiti State Governor, Ayodele Fayose, by organizing a security summit which should involve all the leaders of Miyetti Allah in the state and the country at large. The group made the call at a meeting held at the residence of the leader of the association, Reuben Fashionati, in Akure, Ondo State capital. The Secretary General of the association, Sende Arubafa, who read the communique issued at the end of the meeting, said there is a need for Akeredolu to call all the concerned groups for a peace meeting. Nigerian women have joined other counterparts in the world to mark the 2018 International Women's Day. In Lagos, different women groups converged at Agidingbi to celebrate the day. The history of International Women's Day dates back to 1910 during an international conference of working women in Copenhagen. There, the leader of the Women's Office for the Social Democratic Party in Germany, Clara Zetkin, proposed that women should be celebrated yearly in every country, and her proposal was unanimously approved. As a result, the first National Women's Day was marked on February 28, 1909 in the United States of America. In Nigeria, these women converged on Lagos to address issues affecting women at this Women of Essence Foundation program.
In all the relationships I had, one of the nicknames that I got, and this is a very common nickname for me, it never occurred to me that there must be something wrong. My nickname then was Hard Man. And the guy that was in relation, that was what they used to call me, Hard Man. And I thought, I was like, oh yeah, no man can touch you, no man can, you know? And then I met my husband, he was different. And I think that was one of the reasons why I fell in love with him. He didn't have time for my nonsense. As much as we love our parents, they have their good and the bad. My mom is a wonderful woman, but I could see that I was acting out her negatives. And I was bringing it into my own home. I was turning my husband to my dad without realizing it.
It's a day that I'm always looking forward to, not for the celebration alone, but for an opportunity to lend a voice to worthy causes relating to women. As you know, women are really special species, as it were. We are special in all ramifications.
We are celebrating our strengths. Despite being considered the weaker vessel, we are actually very, very strong. We are celebrating, resourcefulness. We are celebrating ability to manage several things at the same time. We are taskers, and so on.
It's a wonderful day because without women, our society is useless. It's a general saying that the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. So society cannot do well without women. So I think it's a great day for us.
We are like last born of God's creation. Yeah, we are like last born. So as a result, you know the way woman's supposed to pamper the last child of the family. That's how we are supposed to be pampered. In every home in the society, we are not supposed to be put behind.
We don't have any social welfare. We don't have any government helping the single mother, the pregnant teenager. There's so many needs around us.
The 2018 International Women's Day theme is Ash Press for Progress. These women lent their voice on the theme, advising other women.
I want to tell the women out there to truly press for progress. Forget the little things, forget the fights all around you. The only thing you need to fight for is to fight for your destiny. Fight if you understand and know what exactly it is that is your purpose in life. Fight for that and make sure that you fulfill that which God has called you to do.
We're pressing for progress, and we're saying that we're taking a stand against all form of abuse to the woman and to the girl child. Really and truly, for me, that's a major issue. Nobody should be abused. And if you are being abused, please speak out.
God did not just create us to just come and be part of creation. No, just created every woman for a purpose. And I want to chip in that every woman should try and locate the reason why you are on earth, the purpose, and you should run with the purpose.
You need to believe in yourself, in what is inside of you. Well, physically, they might say that your strength is not so much, but you have a stronger strength.
It is a known fact that women are making positive gains. More reason the place and role of a woman cannot be overemphasized. Most women, you will agree, are mothers. They bear all pains and give birth. They also nurture, train, and equally show care, love. Above all, they sacrifice their all. Indeed, women should be celebrated. SuperScreen News. Well, congratulations to all women in the world. If you've just joined us, you will stay watching SuperScreen News at 12. We'll take a short break here to bring you more news. Stay. Well, it's so glad to have you back. Now in business news, affordable milk for all Nigerians has been introduced today by Friesland Campina Wamco, the makers of Peak Milk and 3 Crowns. The new milk, called 3 Crown Creamer, is introduced for the benefit of consumers who are particular about affordability. The report. That is the latest liquid milk in Algeria, 3 Crowns Creamer, a product of the dairy master Friesland Campina Wamco, the makers of Peak Milk and 3 Crowns Milk. Speaking of the new 3 Crowns Creamer launch in Lagos, the producers say it is an affordable dairy choice for consumers. They say it can be used with tea, coffee, and chocolate drinks. It is also targeted at mothers.
It's the first in Nigeria market. It's fairly new. It's made from milk. So if you cannot afford all the products in the market, right now it's the cheapest product. So we thought about getting something very affordable, very good, that fits the Nigerian pocket and yet still delivers on taste, gives the perfect whitening for their teeth. That was how we launched and we designed the 3 Crowns Creamer.
Highlighting 3 Crowns Creamer's nutritional value, they say it is fortified with essential vitamins and minerals that give sweet, creamy, tasty, and delicious appeal.
Unique selling point for creamer is affordability of that particular SKU, and we all know that consumers and shoppers are also down trading. So that's why as a company we've thought through to get them a product that is highly affordable, but the key point is that it contains the required nutrients, vitamins for taking milk. So it's a good player with the right complements too.
What creamer does, it's a perfect whitening and gives you a very nice taste to your tea. It also comes at a very affordable price. We looked at the market and looked for very different ways where we can keep people having all the benefits they can have with milk.
This latest product is an addition to 3 Crowns portfolio, said to be Nigeria's first locally produced evaporated creamer. Some of their consumers testify to its taste and affordability.
Personally, I tasted it, and to me, it's tasty, creamy, and sweet. The first time I did it was the very day they introduced it to me, and I put it in my tea. It whitened the tea. I was like, how come? So later I got to know that that's one of the uniqueness of 3 Crowns Creamer. So to me, it's a very nice one. You know, coupled with the fact that they said the normal 3 Crowns was basically to help mothers and invariably helping the home. As a retailer, we are beginning to enjoy the patronage because hawkers around, you know, takes them around. So it's gaining publicity without the main advert that is where. So we in turn are making money and we are smiling to the banks.
It just gives varieties basically. So you have an option. If you don't want this, you want this. For those who, like she rightly said, for those who want, you know, who have, most of us have this sweet taste, you know, sweet taste bud. So you can always go for that. At the same time, still balancing the whole thing. So I think it's a fantastic idea. My advice to Nigerians: take 3 Crowns milk. Is very healthy. Yeah, especially moms. Yeah, it keeps you fit.
Most importantly is that 3 Crowns milk still sells. They shed light on both products.
3 Crowns milk, it's a filled milk, low in cholesterol, 28 vitamins and minerals. It's our hero product. It's a pride where everybody will, and we say for very extreme fullness of milk, you have a 3 Crowns regular milk. So we have thought about 3 Crowns Creamer, which is a sub-brand. The only difference is there's a different mix in this product because we want it to be a slightly affordable product, but it still delivers on taste, it still delivers on whitening. So the whole idea is to give consumers the choice. So as your pocket meets, you can either buy the regular 3 Crowns milk that's low in cholesterol, or you can buy our 3 Crowns Creamer. But they equally deliver on taste and give you a perfect whitening experience.
With the production of affordable products as 3 Crowns Creamer, Nigerians can relax and confidently use dairy as many times as they wish for on a daily basis. Worthy of note is that the milk has been distributed across markets in Nigeria. Adinke Woye, SuperScreen News. Port Facility Security Officers, PFSO, has called on the federal government to reinforce security at the MT Agena with a view to protecting the investments in the facility. The Agena oil field project is a $16.354 billion facility initiated by Total Exploration Production Nigeria in the federal government through the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC. Speaking at the monthly forum held at Apapa, Lagos, PFSO Chairman Ignatius Uche said the investment on Agena is too much to be left without adequate security arrangement. Uche, in his submission, said that a maritime security fund should be established to ensure the provision of adequate and proper security of investment like the Agena. You're still watching SuperScreen News at 12. We'll take another short break here to bring you news from foreign scene and then sports to stay.